Hi everyone, Janie here, and last week I used these beautiful open back heart-shaped bezel pendants that come in a set of 30 and the open back bottle bezel pendants that come in a set of 24 in silver and 2 different shades of gold from Beebeecraft to make some beautiful resin jewelry. But today I'm not using resin, but I will be using those same pendants as well as this jewelry making kit and these 18 karat gold plated charms that are also from Beebeecraft, and I will be making some earrings. The first pair of earrings has a dangling butterfly in the center and is so beautiful.
Okay, this is so easy. I'm using one of the open back heart-shaped bezel pendants. And I am using a cute little butterfly charm from the 18 karat gold plated charm set that has butterflies and bees and flowers. And from the jewelry making kit, I am using an earring hook and a jump ring. That is all I am using, and then a pair of pliers. So, this is what we're going to do. We are going to take this jump ring and the pliers and get this here, and we are just going to twist to open it. So you don't pull these apart, you just twist it. Let me see if I can get a good view of it there so you can see it's just twisted, it's not pulled apart. And I'm going to hook that onto the butterfly, and then you see the opening right there? Okay, I am now going to hook that jump ring through that opening, but I have to pull it up really close to my face, so I'll be right back. And once I get it through there, I just use the pliers to squeeze it back together again, and this is what we have so far. Now, all that's left is the earring hook, and we're going to hook that right on there. So, I'm going to get close up here to show you. See that little loop there at the bottom right there? Okay, we can twist that apart just like we did the jump ring, and then hook it right on there. Now you want to make sure that the butterfly is facing the right way. So that's the wrong way. I'm going to turn it around, and now it's facing me, so that when I put this on there, like so, it will be facing the right direction. And there it is. It was that easy, and now we have a beautiful pair of earrings.
This next pair of earrings has beads dangling down the center, and I really like that look.
So for this earring, I'm going to be using another one of those heart pendants. And from the jewelry making kit, I will be using another earring hook. And I will be using a head pin. And I'm going to show you really quick what the difference is in case you didn't know that an eye pin has an eye at the end, that little opening, and a head pin does not. It usually has like a little ball or a little flat end. And so I'm going to be using the head pin, and I'm going to be using 3 little beads. Have no idea where I got them. I have a jar full of them right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the beads onto the head pin, and then I'm going to have to create a loop at the end, an eye or a hook. As soon as I can find the hole on this though, there it is. Okay, so that I can hook it onto the heart, because I'm not going to be using a jump ring for that. So in order to create that on the end here, and again, I have to do this off camera because I just need to get it up closer to my face, and I apologize. Basically what I'm doing is inspiring you with how easy it is to make the jewelry and not necessarily teaching you how to do different techniques, okay? So I'm just going to use these needle nose pliers here, and I'm going to bend this off to one side, and then so you can see that. And then I'm going to use them to curl it back and create a loop. And once I do that, then I'm going to use my wire cutters and clip off any excess from this head pin. So give me 1 second. Okay, you can see that I created that little loop, and now I'm just going to cut this off with my wire cutters. Okay, there we go. And you know what? I actually forgot I do need to use a jump ring. Totally forgot. So let me grab a jump ring here. I'm going to open that up, put it through that end, so we've got this little dangly piece here, and now I'm going to hook that right through here. Hold on, let me show you really quick. Right through this opening right up there at the top, I'm going to hook the jump ring right through there. Okay, now I want to make this really clear, okay? Let me see if I can get this up close. The jump ring and the beads are hooked down here. I didn't hook, even though they're hooked through that opening right there, I didn't hook them above. It is hooked below so that it dangles in the heart, like that. Okay, so now we need to add the earring right up here to the top, just like I did last time. So I've opened that right there on the end, and that is going to hook right through the heart like that. And then I'm just going to squeeze that closed with the pliers. And there we go, a beautiful pair of earrings with little dangly beads hanging down the center.
Okay, now this is a necklace that I really, really love, but we're also going to be making matching earrings to go with it.
Now, this next one is my favorite. We have got a bee flying around inside the jar, and I love it. And let me show you how I did that. Okay, I used one of the jar pendants. I used one of the bee charms, and I used a jump ring. And that's it. That's all I did. Well, except that if that's all I did, the bee would slide around literally outside of the jar because it hangs at an angle, and I wanted it to stay inside the jar. So I'm going to walk you through it, but I'm not making this one on camera. So I hooked the bee to the jump ring, and then I hooked those to the jar lid right in here, not the top part, but this bottom part. Okay, so that the jump ring went around that. And then to make it stay in place in the position that I wanted it, I used Beacon Power Tack. This is a lot like E6000, and I just put a little drop in there using a toothpick. In fact, here's my toothpick right here. I used a toothpick, put the E6000, put a little bit. I actually came in from the back and put a little bit, and then I added the bee and the jump ring, and that's how I get the bee to stay in place, because it is literally glued right there, so that can't slide back and forth, but the bee still gets to dangle inside the jar. Isn't that so cool? And now, this is a necklace. Now I want to make a pair of earrings to go with this, so let's make some earrings together. Okay, let me set this aside, and to make the earrings I'm going to need 2 bees, so I have them right there, and I'm going to need some jump rings, and I think I am going to need, 2 for each one is exactly what I'm going to need. And let me grab 2 earring hooks. Okay, and I'll move this out of the way, and I'm actually going to move the camera down a little bit closer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the jump rings and I'm going to open it up. I am going to put it right there and squeeze it closed. And if it doesn't close back exactly the way you want it, because sometimes they can overlap a little bit, just straighten it out. Let me grab these other ones, see if I can get in here better. Okay, and then I'm going to take another one. Going to do the same thing. I'm going to open it up, and this one is going to go through that jump ring. Whoops. Okay, I dropped something and bumped my mouse and shut off my camera without realizing it. So I've got this one put together, but luckily we have a second one to put together, so let's just try this again. I'm going to open that up, and just like before, I'm going to put it through the bee like that, and then using my pliers I'm just going to squeeze the jump ring back together, and there we go. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just open it up a little bit, and I'm going to put it through right there on the earring hook, and then making sure everything is facing the right direction. So let me get my bee facing the right direction. I'm just going to hook it right on there, and then again use my pliers to squeeze that back together again. And there we go, a really cute pair of bee earrings to match that necklace. Wasn't that easy?
If you ever wanted to try making jewelry, I hope this has given you some inspiration. And if you're already a jewelry maker, I hope this has given you some new ideas. There will be links below in the description box to Beebeecraft and the products that I used today, as well as a discount code should you decide to shop there. Thank you all so much for stopping by today, and happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.